welcome to Wine Uncorked with Tower. My name is Gil Coolers, and I'm a wine consultant at Tower Beer, Wine, and Spirits here in Atlanta, Georgia. Over the past few years, something called red blends have become very popular. But today, I'm going to introduce you to the ORB. That's right, the original red blend, Bordeaux. About 10 or more years ago, a gentleman named Orrin Swift came out with a wine that became very, very popular. It's called the Prisoner, which was a blend of several red grapes. But today, we have to pay homage to the original red blend, which is Bordeaux. Now, Bordeaux is a style of wine, but it's also a place, and we're going to talk about that first. Bordeaux is located in the southwest corner of France. It is more or less divided in half by the estuary called the Gironde, which is right on the Atlantic. On the left bank of the Gironde, or the west side, Cabernet Sauvignon is king. On the right bank, or the eastern side of the Gironde, Merlot is the main player. Now, our director, Stephen, is a prolific wine collector, and he has shared a couple of his wines with us today, and I kind of see where he's going with this. On my right here, we have the 1990 Chateau Latour, which is from the left bank, or the Médoc. And if I may just smell it and enjoy it a little bit, there is a fair bit of Cabernet Sauvignon in there. And with Cabernet Sauvignon, you're going to have a lot of tannins. It's going to have a lot of structure. It's going to have a lot of really intense black cherry and black cassis flavors into it. Maybe a little too intense. So when we add a little Merlot into that mix, it sands off some of those harsher edges of Cabernet Sauvignon and makes a better wine. That is the goal here. Now, if we go over to the right bank, we have Chateau Petrus from Pomerol. Pomerol is a small town on the right bank of the Gironde, and truly Merlot grows very, very well there. In some years, they actually don't really even blend anything else into the wine. However, in the best years, they will blend a little bit of Cabernet Franc. But most other winemakers will also use Cabernet Sauvignon. And why is that? Well, Merlot is a very fruity wine. It has thin skin, so perhaps it doesn't have the tannic structure of a lot of other wines. So we're going to add that tannic structure and power with Cabernet Sauvignon and maybe a little bit of Cabernet Franc. So the overall goal here, of course, when you're blending wines is to make the best possible wine. I believe was the original goal of the Prisoner, but Orrin Swift has a lot of forefathers to thank, and so I'm going to enjoy this 30-year-old, which is still smelling quite young, Chateau Latour, and thank you for watching, and thanks for shopping at Tower.